In my Robert, it's my Robert De Niro face. I can't do a Robert De Niro impression, but if someone can do the impression and all, like we'll slap a you. I don't know what's going on with me. Good morning, everyone. Tom, aka Osher Thomas. I'm a little tired. I've been in hibernation. Just woke up. Been a been a long sleep. This is not clickbait. There is something going on besides Stacy's mom, and I think it's really bad. I think it's a really bad indicator. I think it's going to show, um, excuse me, there a little bit of a hiccup. The hiccup's going to continue in the market. I think it's going to be continue to be a long drought. I do have a theory on crypto that I kind of started formulating this morning. Uh oh, and we can see that maybe possibly play out. I'll get into that. I am 1 minute late on this. Ding, 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 ding. I'm a little reluctant to do a loud ding, 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 real loud because I got the window open, boys and girls. I got the window open. You know, the neighbors. You know, another weird thing is, it's a little hint of puma season in the air. Starting to get a little nippy out there. Not quite putting the pumas on yet. I'm not even putting windbreakers on yet. Well, I have a little bit during the day. Problem is like I'll open like I open my bathroom window a little bit, and literally my next door neighbor like exit to their backyard and shit's like literally 5 feet away. So when I go tinkle, I do the quite often it'll be like a Tom Hanks tinkle if you've ever seen A League of Their Own. If you have not seen A League of Your Own, just go like Google the Tom Hanks pee scene in A League of Your Own. I feel like that's like half the time I go to the bathroom, 27 times a day. I would like to know how it's possible to pee out more than you take in. Einstein, a little buffer there. Who is it, Einstein or Newton? Matter cannot be created or destroyed. Am I having some buffer issues? What the F? Let's look a little blurry. A little blurry, little blur dog. Let's do a little packet loss test. Ping 1.1.1.1. I'm seeing a lot of could not find. Well, there's not 5 1s. Yeah. Pings look pretty good. Just had a little massive break. What were we talking about? Ding, 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 ding. I'm a little tired. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What the hell, man? What is going on? Let's do a little ping minus T. Retro in the house. How you doing, brother? Yeah, it's a recycled thumbnail, but it's new. All things considered, I thought the news is bad. There is some really bad news out there. It does not look good for the markets. We're gonna get into that. I'm not. It's not clickbait, guys and gals. It is. It is a. It is a very grim indication that shit's not gonna be good for a while. Not gonna be good for a while. All right, everything seems to be clearing up on the stream. Packets look good. Let me get logged into So Tasty. Oh, that coffee. It's getting kind of coffee weather too. I need a coffee. I was buying this coffee off Amazon. It's okay. Problem is that DK in the house. How you doing, brother? Problem is, I like my coffee with Kerrygold butter blended in. I can't have that until a certain time of day due to intermittent fasting. So I need a coffee that I enjoy without that. I don't know, man. I don't know. That Amazon one. I, oh, excuse me. I used to get this one from On It that was really through Caveman Coffee that was a bomb. I might have to check out Caveman Coffee again. They don't have that particular one. Shit's expensive though, man, and coffee's going up with inflation. All right, so I'm just getting logged into Tastyworks right now. We're gonna pop on over to the desktop. It last I checked, stock market no bueno, no bueno. All right, let's get some windows lined up. This is where my OCD kicks in. We got to get these perfectly lined right angles, monk style. See a little bit of a gap down there. We got to fix that. We got to get this lined up right here. Oh, that's a little off kilter. We're gonna now. I know you're amazed at my technical abilities with working a mouse right now. One day you too could be this good. It just takes a little bit of practice and a lot of. Oh, we messed that up right there. A little bit of OCD. You know me. All right. We already did ding 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 ding. A ding 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 ding. Nasdaq. No bueno. Okay. E-mini S&P, the SPOOs, the ES, the S&P 500 futures /ES down 55 points 2 days in a row. I don't know. It's been a very down week. We can take a look at the overall chart here in a minute. Gold. Ooh, gold. Ooh. Who's that guy? Peter Schiff? Peter, have you been tweeting lately? What's going on with gold? Trade of a lifetime. If you bought gold 12 years ago, you'd be down. If you bought gold 12 years ago, you would be down money. Silver. Silver is down. It had a little bit of a run. I mean, it had a little bit of a it had a little bit of a dead cat bounce after just getting 10 toes down, 10 toes down, destroyed. I'm sure no one will get that reference, you bunch of nerds. La di dotty. What else we got? Natty gas. Ugh. Ooh. The bright news of the day. As bright as this can get, natty gas is below $8, down 33 cents. We need that shit to go way down. Why is natural gas so expensive? In the United States, it's not like we're pumping natural gas to Europe. There's the Panhandle pipeline all through Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. You know how I know this? My dad used to work for Panhandle, some company that worked on the. He was a mechanic or whatever on the Panhandle pipeline. He was he was a hardworking man. Worked on the Panhandle, then went home and farmed all the farmland. Um, Up at the crack of dawn, drinking scotch and waters. I'm not even joking. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I know for like I do some networking for this company. I won't mention any names, but they're like a bank for natural gas. They take all this like underground space, empty space, like used to have, and then like the PG&E will pump the gas in there and it builds it up as reserves. I need to call them up and say, "Hey, man, is there some kind of net? Why is this just bullshit? Is this just the OPEC of the United States? They're just raising prices for no reason, just to milk the consumer, keep the small man down, just like the Fed, right? The Fed's going to take all the wealth out of our pockets. They need prices to rise until people just break, and then inflation can start coming down. Anyway, are we done looking at all the little different we didn't mention the Nasdaq yet. Nasdaq down 180. Nasdaq futures down 180. No bueno. Dow Jones down 330. We're talking about the /YM. Bonds continue to go down. Bonds are now down to 130, kind of back to where we were before all this Fed shit started. Bonds go down, rates go up. So we got another rate hike coming here, I think end of September, 2 weeks away or so. It's probably going to be a big one. Probably going to be a big one. Let's look at that news that woke me up. Anyone have a idea what this news could be? And it is not good. I think it is going to be a very underlooked indicator. Probably not. It's probably a big reason why the market's down right now. Actually, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check Thinkorswim. I'm gonna check the Thinkorswim Bazinga newsfeed and see what they have to say why this market's down. I'm curious to see if it's the same reason. I think it's. It woke me up. It woke me up out of hibernation. Not even joking. We're gonna get to crypto in a second. Hoping to keep this a tight 30 this morning. I do have a lot to do today. I mean, it's a no right situation. I don't have to make any changes. I have to configure a new firewall. I'm working on a GoDaddy to Microsoft migration, a few other little sprinkles. It's just I can kind of be busy today. I feel like I'm gonna need if I can get an hour start, I might be able to fit a nap in. I'm still trying to. I'm still recovering. I played way too much Rust. I haven't been playing the last few days, so I've had a lack of sleep because of that. My body was breaking down. Naps. Oh yeah, you need a nap too. I would imagine you play way too many video games. Your sleep's all left up. All right. I was gonna go to Thinkorswim, see what they have to say. I might need my old man glasses. It's a little blurry without them. Stock futures fall. No, that's yesterday's news. Let's see. We'll refresh this. U.S. stocks open lower as investors brace for higher rates. I don't think that's why it's fallen. Stock futures falls and S&P set to break below key 3,900 support level. E-mini S&P 3865. We'll take a look at that on the chart. Someone got the news right. You're playing right now. Someone got the news right. Dow Jones tumble over 400 points as FedEx warning rattles. It's FedEx. It's FedEx is the news, and it's bad. It's bad. Let's see what this says. U.S. stock index futures were lower early Friday with a warning from FedEx weighing on sentiment ahead of the quarterly so it's triple witching today. I know none of you nerds know what that means. Let's see. Oh, it does say that stock index futures. It even explains it. Stock index futures and stock index options contracts known as triple witching. So today, futures expire, quarterly futures expire, quarterly stocks like the S&P, FedEx question mark. Yeah, bro. You don't know how to put two and two together. Also wait for another interest rate by the Fed next. So the Fed hikes next week. So yesterday I didn't talk about this, but Adobe was supposed to have earnings after the bell yesterday. They actually did a pre-release, and typically when a stock does earnings early, it's no bueno. And in fact, it was no bueno for Adobe, and their stock got hammered yesterday. They probably should have waited. They probably shouldn't have done that because they got double hammered because the stock. So they released before the market, they got hammered, and then the market got destroyed. So they kind of got double hammered. Did I miss? Did I miss? Did I miss? Did I miss the pivot in business? Oh, bro, like, think about it. Thinking of a master plan. Deaf with the record, deaf with the record. Ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand. FedEx is the pulse of American package delivery. If packages be flowing, people be spending. Well, guess what? Packages ain't flowing right now, dude. People ain't spending. Economy down the drain just like your dreams. How does Teddy KGB flush down? I have to look that up. But FedEx like completely took back their 2023 guidance. Does FedEx shares were down 20% in pre-market. Holy shit. After the global shipper and economic bellwether late. Why do you like do these algorithms just throw in these words? We saving for holidays, brow. Um okay, that's why. Ain't no one thinking about saving for the holidays. It's September. Like I know what I'm on a fixed expenses when it comes to the holidays. I already know how much I spend and I already but I'm not saving for that. I don't people ain't worried about saving for the holidays. I would imagine it's going to continue to be lean and people ain't going to be spending we are talking about greedy fat ass cheeseburger eating Americans. So, I mean, it could kick back up. But right now, I mean, dude, I don't know if you know this, but electricity is really high. I think people are going to get shocked. Like, people are going to get blindsided this winter when they get their heating bill, especially if you're on. No, go walk up to the average person. Pull your mates, as you would say, retro, at your job and say, hey, are you worried about heating bills this winter? Are you worried, like what ask them what their electricity bill's like and say, so I'm assuming you have natural gas. Your bill's pretty so you're talking about your electricity bill, Dad, or your heating bill? And do you use natural gas for your heating? Ask people like, are you worried about heating bills this winter? Because there a lot. One sec, I gotta see. I just gotta see who would call me at 6:47. Hold on. Hello, knock knock. Hello, hello. All right, Ricky in the house. How you doing, brother? Only idiots wear Russell. That's my title Monday. Only idiots wear Russell. Go to Costco. Go to your local Costco and get some Pumas. They are hands down, bar none, the most comfortable sweats I've ever worn in my life. Russells are like throwing on sandpaper. It's sandpaper on the outside and like a sandblaster on the inside. Speaking of heaters, yes, no, you have natural. Yeah, so natural gas is 4 times more than it was 2 years ago. I was trading natural gas because it was so low. I'm like, it has to go high. What is a natural gas? Let's take a look at the natural gas chart, boys and girls. Natural gas. Natural gas fund. UNG. UNG. Holy shit. I think. All right. So yeah, 1 year ago, January. 1 year ago, this was $8. So it's 3 times more expensive. This is what was going on. Oh, I think this is tough to follow because it does things where it like changes prices and shit. Because it's I don't know if there's a good way to look at this. We can look at / no, I don't want indicator. N G. Problem is I don't think this how far this will go back. Yeah, it goes forward. But needless to say, I was trading this a couple years ago, and natural gas was $1.91, and we were just like, we have to go long natural gas. The winter's coming. It's the cheapest we've ever seen it. Usually it would hang around like $2, maybe go up to $3. So it's gonna your natural gas bill conservative, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I have no idea. But all I know is the price of natural gas is 3 to 4 times higher right now. And depending on how your electric company or whatever, how they do it, they'll lock in the rates and shit. Um, so that being said, I am fully ready. I have a space heater already, but I might buy like one or two new ones just because that shit's like, I don't know, 10 years old. And I never really used it because, um, I don't know. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should figure out what makes more sense. You could also go kerosene. Growing up back in the day, we used to do kerosene. It's amazing. Our house never burnt down. Anyway, I would be aware of that. Let's take a look at. Why were we going to look at the FedEx? We can take a quick look at FedEx. It's down $47. Look at that gap, boys and girls. It was $204. Oh my goodness. Packages aren't flowing. There's a difference between saving money for the holidays and shit is like they are like package deliveries are bad. And I will say even from my standpoint, I used to get it wouldn't be there was a time I was getting packages daily. I was on Amazon. Oh, I need that. I need this. I need that. I didn't need most of the shit, but it was like Christmas every day. I remember 2018 through like about a year ago, it was Christmas every day up in this bitch. I was spending money like crazy, like an idiot. Now I'll get some, I have to restock my apple cider vinegar every now and then. I have to restock my lemon juice, my lemon squeezy. How do they say that? Lemon squeezy, easy peasy. I have to restock. I have to. There's some taco seasoning. I'm looking for because I started eating meat again, and the only way I can eat it is with ground up and tacos. This shit's expensive, man. This taco seasoning's $14, but I need to try to be somewhat healthy with it. It's the only one I can find so far, so I have to restock my taco seasoning every now and then. Anything else on it? I'm still kind of addicted to Rain energy drinks, so I kind of refill those up every now and then. Other than that, I don't like I barely even go to Amazon anymore. I went to Amazon last night though. Been a good 3 to 4 hours on Amazon because the Chiefs played the Chargers. Oh my goodness, that was a painful game to watch. We got away lucky on that one, boys and girls. No one cares, but the Chiefs came out with the victory. Let's see what's going on in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been bleeding since this stream started. Bitcoin's 19,500 and 500. I mean, we're down. This is the third time we've dipped below that previous all-time high, something that Bitcoin has never done in its past. I wanted to do something on a chart, but I don't remember what it was. Let's go to the weekly on Bitcoin. See what we got going on here. So like I did mention about a month ago, I thought two scenarios would play out. That we would come down to this level and either spin sideways for a very long time. And so far, that is what is looking like is going to happen. But I think it's going to turn into that other scenario where we do go down. I have us possibly going down to 12,500. That would be pretty in the days, to be quite honest. A theory I'm kind of formulating is I'm not sure that the stock market's going to have any miraculous recovery. Any V-shaped, I think V-shaped recoveries. I remember some banks were talking like the stock market is going to have a tough time, but it's going to get back to even by the end of the year. Well, I mean, that's likely not going to happen. Obvious. I mean, if you listen to analysts, they're almost as dumb as YouTubers, but we need a 250% in the Nasdaq. We need a 250% move to get back to even by the end of the year. That shit ain't gonna happen. We're currently, are we still? I mean, Oh wait, this is Bitcoin. Let's pop on over to the Nasdaq. We are going to need. I thought that seemed high, but we're 43%. 43%. That's not going to happen most likely in the next. How many? Three October, 3 months, basically 3.5 months. I have it somewhere in like the denial phase, possibly. I'm not going to pull that up, but I think we're going down. I think we're going down to the 200. I mentioned that a while, but we're at least going to test this 200 bitch out. And that's something the stock market hasn't done. Holy shit. Since the great, wait, now we did it here in 2016. Nope, we didn't get there. So we crashed well below it in the great financial crisis and in the dot-com bubble. I think there's another potential for us to test and break below it. So I do think there's a potential for us. And I'm not a doom and gloomer, but I mean, I don't know. People talk about how strong the economy is, which it's not, and they keep overlooking the fact that, like this, who in their right mind thinks this is normal? Since 2017, the stock market has gone up 342% in the last 5 years. That's insane. That's freaking insane. If we go back to the end of the 2008 crisis, we're up 1,550%, trough to peak. That's who thinks that's normal? Not I, right? So again, I've kind of argued that we could come all the way down to even this yellow line, and that would be, a strong market. That's LAIF. That's LAA. I don't, bro. That's some millennial term. I don't know what the F you're saying. Is that laugh? Are you laughing? Like we could come all the way down to here, and if this never happened, it would be like people would be like, "Yeah, no, shit's pretty good. Shit's pretty good." And the thing is, shit ain't pretty good right now. Inflation's out of control. Housing market's crashing. People having a hard time paying their phone bills, their credit card bills, rents. People can't afford rent. Rent's insane right now. Things are really bad. I could see this like again. Eventually, the Fed will step in. But right now, the Fed needs to crush it more. So it's going to get crushed more. And that's why the FedEx evidence is so like damning, right? I think DHL is down. I would assume UPS is down. So it is big news that FedEx is not delivering like this. They said disappointing. Disappointing. We're completely taken off all our 2023 guidance. So a lot of people have hope. A lot of people, a lot of YouTubers like Jeremy Lefebvre keeps talking about keep buying them dips. It could get worse. It can get worse. I am of the opinion if you have disposable income, only if you have disposable income, and who's to say how long your income's going to stay disposable is the problem right now. You might have disposable income today, but that could change tomorrow, right? People with disposable income lose their disposable income in times like these because they lose their job and they have a hard time getting a new job. There's other people that don't have disposable income and they get jobs, right? But right now it's leaning more towards people like I have disposable so that's kind of like how I would kind of think about it. Like I have disposable income right now, but I need to save. I need to save some of that ugly fiat just in case, right? Maybe it is a good idea to have like that 3 or 6 months. If you have good skills and you do get unemployed, you should be able to get a job fairly easily. I mean, there is still a huge demand. And the good news is like Taco Bell and Target are paying like above, and Walmart, a lot of these places are paying above minimum wage. So even if you have to get, I mean, I think I'd rather eat a shotgun than work at like, go back to like working at Walmart or Taco Bell. Retro ass, so BTC 10K. Crypto Savvy thinks it's going to like 8 or 9K. I don't think I don't think it'll go that low. Again, I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised, but I would be surprised if that makes sense. He must be WTF in my shotgun comment. Um just like it's really hard for Bitcoin to go up in price after, we got to like 70K and people were screaming 100K. The higher it goes, it takes a lot more, a lot more market cap, a lot more money to move that bitch up. The same happens on the downside. So the lower it goes, you're going to have seller exhaustion and you're going to have supply kick in. So is 10K possible? Yeah, but one of two things are going to be happening. Like it's so like bad. 10K Bitcoin would be really bad. Like the stock market's probably continuing just to crash out of control. Or there could be a manipulative move and it probably wouldn't last that long. I know at 10K Bitcoin, and it's easy to say this now, but I would be likely inclined to be backing up the truck. But what's going to get us to a point where Bitcoin's falling at 10K? I mean, that is like fear. Fear to the highest degree. Panic, capitulation, like shit. Like, did a nuclear bomb just go off in New York or something? Like, if a nuclear bomb goes off in New York, I ain't gonna be worrying about buying any. I might. The first thing that might come to mind is like, oh shit, Russia just nuclear bombed New York and Los Angeles. Keep saying all these crazy shit the YouTube algorithm loves, but oh shit, they just nuked LA 3 hours away. I gotta go buy some Bitcoin because I bet that bitch is cheap. That might be actually kind of how my mind works, to be quite honest. Holy shit, we're at a tight 32. Anything else you all want to cover before I wrap this up? It is No Right Friday. Don't make any changes. It'll F up your weekend. Is pounding on the desk, is that annoying? All right. We didn't look at any Ethereum. Oof. Ethereum has fallen. Ethereum has fallen and can't get up. Holy shit. Is there a line there? Is there a line we can draw? Yeah. That's looking so tasty. It did get up to a lower, how do the tech people say this? A lower high, and it's following that and it's going down. The Ethereum merge couldn't break it out of this downtrend. It's probably going back down. Cardano. They got the Vassal hard fork, the hard fork combinator, and is the railroad strike overrated? Didn't they? I thought they concluded that. We'll take a look at that. I know you're joking, but I thought they railroad strike ended. You didn't think I'd have an answer to that, did you, bitch? I don't know much about it, but I heard it. I heard it ended. Anyway, the Cardano hard fork combinator is in 6 days. Calm down. You don't tell me to calm down. You calm down, Retro. I'm gonna put you in timeout, bitch. All right. Again, Cardano, the hard fork combinator, is in 6 days. The Vassal hard fork. Vassal's such a weird word. I keep thinking like testicular, right? Like vesicular homicide. Wait, vascular surgery. You need an ass whooping. Whoop. Yeah, I could use an ass whooping. If I'm being honest, a good ass whooping might bring some life back into me. I don't think you can bring the pain though, Retro. I don't think you have it in you. I don't think you can bring the pain hardcore in the brain. Get it? Oh my goodness. I've drinking a rain energy drink. I'm not even joking. I woke up to a rain energy drink. Halfway through the rain energy drink, I took a caffeine pill. I woke up 3 hours ago. About an hour ago, I took another caffeine pill and I'm drinking a bubbly with caffeine in it. You stopped already? I've cut way back, kinda. I did have a phase where I stopped drinking it. I don't enjoy it this much this time around. So this may be the last case. I am trying to switch back to just pure water. Maybe I'll implement that today. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, boys and girls. I'm kind of addicted to these carbonated waters. I don't know. I've read reports and studies in the past though that like carbonation can cause osteoporosis and shit. That kind of, why do all the good things in life have to be bad for you? Right? Why does everything that you love have to why? Oh, another thing that was really bothering me yesterday is that like why is the band on what makes humans comfortable temperature range so narrow? Like for me, it's right around like probably right around 74 degrees and I'm happy. 77 degrees and I'm sweating and hot, and 70 like 3 degrees I'm freezing. What, like so I go through both. I basically go through my entire life either too hot, too cold. I'm always freaking hungry and I'm always freaking tired. Um, I try and solve some of these problems, but everything is not a double-edged sword. Everything is like just a fuck you. Everything's a fuck you. Oh my goodness. Um I would sleeping so that's one of the reasons I am getting such good sleep the last couple nights because it is chillier at night. I'd be opening them windows. Last night it got down to like 59. But the house still stays a certain temperature. When the winter comes, I actually do kind of like it when because I'll have Pumas on, right? Pumas offset it. The house might be 69 degrees, but you're in Pumas, so your body's more like back to your comfortable 73 degrees. If you were like naked, you'd be freezing your balls off. But like later on in the winter, I really start noticing it when it gets down to like 67, right? And then I'm just like, 67. I want to wake up and turn the heater on. That's with Pumas on. If I was naked, I'd be turning the. I apologize for saying if I was naked a few times. I know there's a few of you out there that got super excited. You might have had to step away from the stream and take care of business really quick. All right, 708, 38. We're at a tight 38. Well, I might as well make this a tight 30, 45, bro. Oh man, when retro spells bro right, we're in trouble. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, rep bro. I don't know what to tell you, rep bro. I'm in a weird mood this morning. Maybe it's too much caffeine, and I'm still. I feel like I could legit. Nah, the caffeine's starting to kick in. Starting to kick in. I feel like I'm gonna have a come down. That was hella weird. Yeah, you kind of. You're not. It wasn't that weird, retro. Who are you kidding? For this stream, it wasn't that weird. Okay, it was a little weird. I thought you were going to say we have women. Oh, no, we don't even have Casca in the house now. Where's Casca? Where's Casca been? She's been taking a break. She's been doing her Lavana P5 Lavana. Speaking of Lavana, let's check the Discord. Let's see what Capo has to say. I don't know. Capo's on this weird thing where he thinks there's going to be a pump in Bitcoin. And I tell you what, if he nails this, yeah, I'm sad. I wasn't eligible to get my money back on my student loan because it was third party through Nelnet. Your presidential campaign turned her away. One of the first things I do in office is I'm gonna sign an executive order. How's it gonna read? You will get the death penalty if you call a woman a chick. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, her and her cat are doing fine. Hopefully Bert's doing good. Bert was able to check in yesterday. It's probably gonna be like sometime in October before he gets full internet again. We miss you, Bert or Bort. Hot alfalfa. Deep. No, we were gonna check Capo. So Capo in the morning. Capo's got another tweet. Selling volume diet. This looks like a local bottom. So he seems to think someone has been filling ETH longs at these levels. He seems to think Bitcoin's going to pump up to 23,000 and then a major dump. I feel confident with this scenario, a quick pump to 23K on BTC and 1,800 ETH and then a big dump from here. I don't know, man. Like, I can't, like, if he gets this right, I will be blown away because the market just feels still really heavy right now. I don't know why anyone would be stepping in and pumping up unless it's like a scam, right? Like he says, a scam pump. Like big money comes in, tries to get retail excited, pump it up, get a little FOMO going, and then pull the plug. But I don't know, like the whole like Wyckoff method, whack off and all that, like psychology of like beating down the investors. I don't know, man. And another interesting thing I learned yesterday on Tastyworks is actually during these dips, retail investors have been buying by the billions. Like I forget the exact stats, but the big hedge funds have been buying and retail investors have actually been stepping up and buying these dips heavy. So I'm curious to see how far they can really push Bitcoin down or if retail investors will just be like, okay. And Tom Sosnoff, I've talked about our Lord and Savior Tom Sosnoff quite a bit. He's like, yeah, I've been saying this for a long time. Retail investors are a lot smarter now. I think big money wants to get the hell out. Simpin, let's see. I don't think they want to get the hell out. I think they're just waiting, and they're going to short it as much as they can, get as much on the short side right now. Big money doesn't get out. They just hit it from the other side. The bull run we had was a ton of VCs, institutional investors. There was a lot of SPACs. SPACs were a big thing. SPACs are like this big scam thing. SPACs are basically like IPOs and NFT drops of stock investing. Most of them turn out to be just money grabs. They might have good intentions and shit, but I did a few videos on how like a lot of YouTubers blew up because of things like Ride SPAC and this SPAC and that SPAC, and I'm like, all right, everyone, SPACs aren't nothing new. I know a lot of you 19-year-old YouTubers think you have a lot of knowledge, but SPACs have had their days before and they've gone away, and most of them fell. And guess what, dude? They got hit way harder this time around. They'll be back again. Don't you worry. You don't hear anyone doing SPACs right now. But a lot of it was also a lot of this blow off top was the fact that the Fed turned on the money printer and a bunch of idiots got Robinhood, right? Everyone was walking down the street with the big dick buying stocks and options on everyone was making money. 15-year-olds were on Robinhood making money. Mommy and daddy like, sure, here's your allowance. You wanna YOLO this into Robinhood? They might not like the kids. Maybe who knows? Who knows? You think Robinhood was enforcing any age restrictions? I don't know. I don't even think you had to give them your driver's license. So there was a lot of retail investors blowing that shit up. So that's why a huge reason. And of course, venture capital is coming in because all these idiots are just throwing money at them. They're just throwing money at them. All right, we are now at a tight 45. There's definitely liquidity problems. I agree. Be really careful with scam pumps. I agree. A bunch of VCs are amateurs like 3AC. I agree. So not everyone knows what the hell they are doing. Like no, most people don't. Everyone, I barely know what I'm doing, bro, and I've been doing this a long time. I'm still learning. I still got my ass handed to me on some learning just recently. I never really considered that a bridge exploit could destroy a chain. I didn't understand how straight up, I didn't fully understand how a bridge worked. I didn't realize. I thought you just bridged the money over and it was there. I didn't know you bridged Ethereum and it sits in a vault, and then they give you a wrapped version of it, like a copied wrapped version of it, and it's really backed by this. You know what I'm saying? If you knew that, if you knew that,
Oh, good for you. And how was it? I hope it was fucking good because it's useless now, isn't it?
why the hell didn't you tell me? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm not really interested in a lot of these chains that have bridges. Is the trustless bridge that Harmony One is waxing on about going to be this? Is it going to be all that? Or is it going to have pros and cons? Everything has pros and cons, right? So that's a big reason why I like things that don't require bridges. I love Atom. It has an IBC bridge. You really don't have to worry about some kind of bridge exploit. I don't think. I could be wrong. It's still a learning process. I love Cardano. They have some Ethereum EVM compatible side chains on there that you have to worry about bridges. Ethereum bridges got destroyed on Polkadot to the EVM compatible shit over there, but Polkadot is still safe as far as I know. So I'm very reluctant to do anything that has bridges, right? This is technology. There is one thing I know about technology. It is a ebb and flow of you fighting the hackers. Sometimes the hackers are winning, sometimes you're winning. Right now in traditional IT, I'm on the side that typically wins, but there's enough people out there losing that the hackers are still eating like mofos. You know what I'm saying? And usually this is how it works out. We'll say you need to set up multi-factor authentication. You need to get these AV products. You need to get these ATP products. You need to do this on your email. You need to do this. And a lot of times it's gotten a lot better, but for a long time, people were like, that's expensive. That's expensive. I can't afford that right now. Bam, they get hit by crypto. We spend a lot of time and they spend a lot of money recovering their shit, and they'll be like, what were those products again? So it's gotten a lot better because it happens so much that a lot more people are much more security minded now. But for the longest time, people would just not listen and they would get destroyed. They would get freaking destroyed. Just simple things too. Oh my goodness, I could tell you horror stories. All Moonlight in the house. How you doing, brother? Justice Department announces report on digital assets and launches nationwide network. So now it's stumping. This is news. Have a good one, Dap. He said, got to go later, boys and girls, that. No, I don't think that's why. I don't think that's why crypto's dumping. Crypto's dumping because FedEx and the market's dumping. Justice Department announces report on digital assets and launches nation. Let me Google this. Justice Department crypto. U.S. Department from National Network of Prosecutors focus on crypto crime. I don't know why this would cause it to dump. This is good. This is a good thing. What a nationwide network to do what? The Department of Justice announced significant action regarding digital assets, including the public release of its report pursuant to President's March 9th of ensuring responsible development of digital assets on the roll. Reports on ensuring responsible developments. The department. Yeah, I think this sounds all like good things for crypto, to be quite honest. Crypto's just dumping because the market's dumping. Bitcoin's not even down that much. I mean, Bitcoin's basically flat. The E-mini S&P is now down 43. The Nasdaq's down 152. It's starting to stabilize a bit. FedEx had a recap. FedEx had really bad report coming out saying packages are no bueno. They completely took back their 2023 guidance. I do think that is a very strong indicator of what's going on in the economy. Retro seems to think people are just saving up for the holidays. We'll have to see. We do have earnings round starting to kicking in, a new earnings season kicking in about a month. I don't know that I would expect those to be any good. So you're probably looking at the earnings season after the holidays. That could be very telling, right? So we're at least 4 months away from that shit. And then, with what the Fed's going on, interest rate hikes, the Fed being hawkish, inflation numbers continuing to be bad. We got time. At best case, we probably got best case scenario, 3 to 4 months before there's any hope of this market turning around. So that is my theory. I didn't finish my theory on what could happen with crypto. I don't know. This weird thing can play out where the stock market and the economy is still kind of bad going into the next halving. This is just a wild theory that I have that I could see possibly playing out. People might get tired of, more tired of traditional markets as it drags on and on. But on the flip side, Bitcoin could start ramping up again because a lot of hype could start with the halving, which causes a huge supply and demand issue. Some technological improvements, some news here and there. People could start getting excited about crypto again, and it might be crypto that starts taking off in a bubble like situation, obviously, again, because every crypto cycle's a bubble until it's not. And I could expect the next one being a pretty decent sized bubble. And I could see there being a pretty big supply crisis, right? So I do think it's possible the economy could stay bad for a while, but we could get this crypto hype cycle that could kind of pull us out of it. We might get a Fed turning dovish type signal with it, and things could start turning around. Like a lot of events could come together sometime in 2023 that could kind of turn the whole thing around. So that is a scenario I could easily see playing out. Some of these events this way, some of these events that way, and or just like a perfect storm of all these coming together. But until then, you got to keep everything in perspective. I keep buying them dips, homie, only if you got disposable income. And even then, make sure you have, and you're going to have disposable income. Make sure you have a nest egg to get by. Ugh, excuse me. I didn't think we're going to have trouble financial problems for a little bit. Chads and chicks, Ricky. And when I get elected president, that will get you electrocuted. Corporal punishment for calling a chick a chick. Did you get the corporal punishment for calling a chick a chick? Anyway, we are now at a type 54. I completely blew the type 30. I completely blew the type 45. But I think this was a good stream. We had a lot to cover today. I had a lot of fun. We're now at a type. You know what? We're going to continue. I need something to watch, boys and girls. I'm struggling. Is anyone out there? We still got 4 people in the house. Let's talk about TV. Let's make this a tight 60. I need something to watch. Who's what? All right. Poll time. So I've got some people telling me to watch this and other people telling me they didn't like it. It is not a show that it seems like I would like. I've watched 10 minutes of it and I'm like, yee. And I like the chick in it. I like the chick in it. I really do. She was in Bad Men? No, what's the name of that show? Mad Men? Mad Men is Handmaid's Tale. Good. There's a new season of it. I think there's like season 5. Come on, boys and girls. Let's get it. Are you not watching it? Are there any votes yet? Come on. So I started watching Rehearsal last night. Farnswoggle P. Horsetooth just got a boner. Man, you talk about a cringy show, man. Bitcoin's dumping now. Oh wait. All right, over here I see a late message. You need an I don't know option. No one's watched this shit? Man, this poll's the worst poll ever. You don't know? All right, so Ricky doesn't know. Retro's probably never watched it. He just recently watched Breaking Bad, so he's useless. So I have one friend telling me it's really good. I have another friend telling me she liked it. Sarah, you all know Sarah. And then I have another friend that he's like, yeah, it's pretty meh. I didn't really like it. And I'm like, well, why'd you watch it? And he's like, I heard a lot of things about it. I'm just like, yeah, but you don't enjoy it. Like, did you watch all 5 seasons? Like, if you're not enjoying it by like season 2, like you give up. I gave Mr. Roboto 2 seasons and I gave up. And a lot of people love that show. If you like Mr. Robot, good for you, man. I liked the first season, and then the second season it went off the rails and they couldn't bring me back. I think it was season 2. Is that the one with what's his face from Hot Tub Time Machine? The big black guy from The Office. I can't think of his name. I really like him. Here we go. Oh, you like one black guy, Tom? You're such a racist. So no, one person says don't watch it. I need something to watch, man. I'm kind of looking for. Oh, you want to know how much of a degenerate I am? I'm not really excited to watch the new Game of Thrones, Game of Dragons, House of Dragons, or whatever. I'm gonna watch it just because. But I haven't like I'm kind of waiting to watch it until the. But then I saw an article on MSN yesterday. It's like how some chick. Oh my goodness, Casca's gonna be so mad at me. How some chick was nervous about doing the sex scenes in House of Dragons. I'm like, sex scenes? I'm in. All shows are shit lately. Is that true? Have you watched Hacks? Retro Hacks on HBO is freaking amazing. And in fact, your girl Sweet D got an Emmy nomination for it. I don't know that her acting was so good in that show that she deserved getting an Emmy. I love Sweet D. She deserves the Emmy nod in freaking It's Always Sunny. Man, she is freaking amazing in It's Always Sunny. Best Supporting Actress Emmy nomination, and the Emmys hate It's Always Sunny. She should get an award for that. Best female, best female in a comedy. She should get an award for that. Leonard Kinney and Shorzy are amazing. If you've never seen those, I watch those over and over. All shows are shit lately. What else do we got? Dave's really good. If you haven't watched that, hi, I'm Dave. A lot of these are Hulu shows. For All Mankind was decent. D's is a great show. Chilbaggins, Jason in the house. How you doing, brother? All right, so I guess we're not going to keep this a tight 60 either. I mean, the alternative is I got to go to work, so I can drag this on a little bit. You got you got a show recommendation? Are the Rams going to win this weekend? Are you nervous, Jason? Who do the Rams play? I drafted Cam Akers and then I dropped him for Darrell Henderson, and I'm starting Darrell Henderson. Is that the right move? The wrong move? I don't know if that's. Oh, of course he's trolling. Yeah, do I pick back up Cam Akers? Let's call off and make breakfast at a breakfast cooking stream. Problem is I don't eat breakfast, so I don't have breakfast food. I could cook a pizza for breakfast, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit sounds good. I can make my lunch, my taco salad, sans the corn chips and salsa. Oh my goodness, you want to talk about two things I miss greatly? Chips and salsa. I used to destroy chips and salsa. Rams play BitBoy's team. If you lose to the Falcons, you got to change teams, bro. You got to look that word up. Sans. You got to look that word up. I talk like that, bitch. Did I use a word you don't know? Sans means without, mofo. I talk like that all the time. Another word I like using, I've never really used on stream, but I like using the double I, like, you know, the singuli, that's not really a word, but the singuli. I can't think of any examples right now. Come on, you guys aren't coming at me with some shows to watch. I'm going to continue. Excuse me. I'm going to continue to watch Rehearsal. But man, that one, like 10 minutes of that show, and I'm ready for a break. So we got 4 votes. Are you kidding me? All 4 of you said not to watch The Handmaid's Tale? What the actual F? Why? I started. Jason, you like a lot of dumb shows, bro. Like that. What was that dumbass show with Brolin? Like I made it through like 5 of those. Outer Range. Oh, She-Hulk. You're out of your mind. That shit looks so stupid. Tom, are you buying yourself a PS5? Is that a thing you can buy now? I mean, I have an Xbox. The only thing I've played on it is Rust. And Rust is not very good on a console. I do kind of want to get that. So ironically, I just finally canceled my Game Pass. I was paying like $15 a month for the Xbox Game Pass, but I never used it. I used it like I used it one day, 1 or 2 days when I first got it, and then I didn't use it for months. So I was just getting nickeled and dimed. I canceled it, and then my same buddy that told me to watch The Handmaid's Tale, tells me that Fallout 4, Fallout 3, and Fallout Vegas are all on Game Pass. And I'm like, I love Fallout 3. I hear Fallout Vegas is one of the greatest games, one of the greatest in the series. So I want to play those. So I'm thinking about spinning back up my Game Pass. The problem is, though, is like, you go back and play these games, and the memory is a lot better than actually replaying them. Because you go back and you're like, oh, man, these controls kind of suck, and the graphics are kind of shitty now. So the memory is a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like that with EverQuest too. There were ways to emulate EverQuest, and I did that like 3 years ago, and people were playing on these servers. The memory is much better. So I spent like hours getting this emulator to work and getting in, and I'm just like, holy fuck, this is, bad graphics and movement. So I don't know if it's worth it. And then I'll end up having this effing subscription that it's so annoying. I'll forget to cancel it and I'll pay for it. And then you cancel it, and Microsoft sends you like emails 3 times a day. Oh, we couldn't charge your credit card. Yeah, because I canceled the subscription, assholes. But I have not watched the Tyson show on Hulu. Is it any good? It looks kind of stupid. Looks kind of stupid. Uh, looks kind of stupid. I'm doing Rain Man. It looks kind of stupid. I haven't seen that movie in like 30 years. Kind of when you give your ex chick a chance and she's gotten all fat now. The memory. Oh, Casca's gonna hate your ass, Ricky. Yeah, you know what? You want that's gonna get me in so much trouble. So there's a pro move as a dude. There's a pro move as a dude. But this it's a like asshole of all asshole moves. So I'm not even gonna bring it up. Why this shit so badly? Man, a Windows scan takes up 99% of your bro, like it's scanning your PC. Oh, like do you have a one core? Do you have a one core processor? Of course doing an AV scan takes up a lot of your CPU. I'm not even gonna get started. Give me the you gotta find like there's two ways to look at this. One, you're being you're a manipulative asshole. Two, you're being, you're saving a poor girl's life. So the move is to find a fixer upper. I don't know. Chicks do this too. They look for. I think they enjoy the fixer upper. They go find a fixer upper dude, and they fix his ass up. So you go find someone you're like, man, we fix her up. She's gonna be fine as shit. Right, but you got to put in some work and it might not work out, you know what I'm saying? So find a little fixer upper. I'm trying to, dude, like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm gonna get so much hate. Like, I just lost 37 subscriptions, all women. Yeah. Us youngins need them. You're down bad. I mean, if you're having trouble getting Tinder swipes, you might be a fixer upper. You might want to. Showbaggin says just go get a hooker. If you are having trouble swiping and getting swipe backs, you yourself might want to take a look at yourself in the mirror and say, "Do I need to fix myself up?" Right? Or make a lot of money. Money makes your dick look big. That's a lifetime. I mean, most women and men go south with age. It's just a fact of life. It's an ongoing maintenance plan for both of you. You gotta. If you want the best life advice I can give you, find a. I mean, I don't. It's tough, man. There's so many variables, but you gotta plug a lot of things into the equation. Does she have debt? Does she have money spending problems? Or does she lie? Right. The money spending could be money breaks up a lot of marriages, right? So that's a big one. Make sure that make sure you don't have, it could be the dude with the problem too. I'm not, there's plenty of dudes that have money management problems. I was one of those dudes growing up. I had money management problems for a long time. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, we're at a tight 68. I think this is a good drop off point. You all have a great freaking weekend. I will be back Monday morning. Well, you know what? Actually, we should. Oh, Bitcoin, it's only down 55. The Nasdaq's down about 117. E-mini S&P's down about 34. It's probably just going to flatten out, be a boring day. It is triple witching. Futures are expiring. Options are expiring. Quarterly options on futures are expiring. Some shit's expiring. There could be a move towards the end of the day. I really wouldn't expect it. It would probably be a move to the downside, if anything, not to the upside. Anyway, no right Friday. Don't trying to keep it loosey goosey. Don't make any changes that could possibly F up your weekend. You have a great weekend. I'll be back Monday morning. Can't wait for next Friday. Tom Chicken Rice Day. You have a great weekend. Love you all and peace.